Got a question here from Mick. When does the building inspection come into play? And he's referencing to my 5 timeline video, which I'll tag in the comments. Basically, I talked about there are 5 time zones in a 42-day typical 6-week settlement from when you exchange the contract to when you settle and get the keys. So to answer your question, when does the building inspection come into play? I'll say to you, Mick, it comes into play during the cooling off, okay? You need to do the building inspection to make sure you're not buying a bloody lemon during the cooling off period. If you don't have a cooling off period, for example, the agent or solicitor forced you to sign a 66W, which waives the cooling off period, then you do the building inspection, and then you find out there were like termites or concrete cancer or asbestos, you are sucked in. Make sure you do the inspection during the cooling off period. For example, I stress 10 days cooling off period, so you have enough time for the building inspector to produce a report and come back to you. And then you go back to them and go, hey, I would like to either extend my cooling off period to get more time to do my due diligence, or you know what, I'm not buying this crap. You did disclose this. I'll lose that, 0.25% deposit I've paid to hold that for 5 to 10 days, maybe like $1,000 to a couple of grand. But hey, you're not buying a lemon. You cut it quits. Because what happens is if you're trying to get unconditional and you found out the building inspection is pretty bad, the bank says, not stupid, guys. They're not stupid. They will decline this property. And what happens? You're going to lose your 10% deposit, which you've exchanged on the contract. And you know what? That is sucked into you. So make sure you do the building inspection during the cooling off period, which is the second time zone of the 5 time zones in the 42 days. Jump in the comments and let me know what you think.